With Fantastic Four First Steps out now, well, there are hundreds of characters in the MCU. But who's really the most powerful out of all of them? I'm not just talking about Thor or Captain Marvel or even Scarlet Witch. I'm talking about the true heavy hitters, the cosmic beings, Erishine, Galactus, Odin, Thanos. Who's the strongest being in the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe? Well, let's break it all down. Starting things off, we've got Adam Warlock. Now, he's basically the benchmark for this list because Adam is no slouch. He was strong enough to solo the Guardians of the Galaxy like it was nothing. But he was also released from his cocoon too early. He's powerful, sure, but unfinished. Adam Warlock, he sets the floor for what we can consider truly powerful in the MCU. Icarus is the most powerful of the Eternals, a cosmic super robot that basically functioned like Superman. He's a country-level threat, basically immortal and fast enough to fly at light speed. If he hadn't let his guilt get the best of him and flown into the sun, he might have placed higher. But with only one real showing, this is as far as he flies. Gaia is one of the first Super Skrulls, and she's absurdly overpowered. She can replicate the powers of pretty much every major hero and villain we've seen so far. Hulk's strength, Captain Marvel's energy, Spider-Man's agility, Cap's combat skills, all in one. But while she is stacked on paper, we only saw her fight once. We need more before she climbs higher. Kahori was an ordinary woman until she fell into a lake infused with the Tesseract. It transported her to the Sky World, where she absorbed energy from the Space Stone itself. Now she can move at insane speeds, control objects telekinetically, and open portals across the multiverse, just by thinking about it. She's an absolute wildcard of multiversal mobility. Zeus is supposed to be the king of all gods in the MCU. He rules Omnipotent City, where the gods gather. But he got one-shotted by Thor. So yeah, maybe he was powerful once, but these days, Zeus seems more like a relic than a real threat. Amit is a powerful Aeneid who judges souls and devours the wicked. But she went too far, judging people before they even did wrong, and got locked away by Khonshu. And when she finally got free, well, she absorbed countless souls and went toe-to-toe with other gods. Even though she didn't last long, the power she showed off was terrifying. Doctor Strange is the Sorcerer Supreme, the master of the mystic arts, and Earth's primary magical defender. He's fought Thanos, Scarlet Witch, Dormammu. The guy's resume is stacked. But he doesn't always get the win. He holds his own, sure, but more often than not, he needs help, a trick, or the Time Stone. Without it, he's just a step behind the true top tiers. The God of Thunder. For years, Thor was the strongest Avenger. He's a literal god with planetary level strength, some of the best feats in the MCU. He's gone up against Hela, Gore, Surtur, and he's held his own or won. Yeah, others have passed him up lately, but Thor is still elite. Hela, the goddess of death, returned to Asgard with a vengeance. She crushed Mjolnir in her hand, slaughtered armies, and beat Thor every time they clashed. Her power is amplified in Asgard, sure, but even on Earth, she was no joke. It took Ragnarok itself to finally stop her. Yes, Kang the Conqueror, he got beat by ants. That's fair, that's a fair critique. But Kang also claims to have killed countless Avengers, including Thor's, and erased entire timelines. We didn't see all that on screen, but if even half of that is true, this ranking could be considered a lowball. He's a multiversal conqueror. Khonshu, the Egyptian god of the moon, he isn't just a spooky voice in Moon Knight's head. He's moved stars across the sky and shifted the cosmos. Now, this is possibly an illusion, but also possibly not. If he's actually controlling celestial bodies with ease, then he's one of the strongest deities we've seen so far. Gorr was betrayed by his gods, so he set out to kill them all. Armed with the Necro Sword, he defeated Thor and terrified all the gods. Even Thor believed that they needed the strongest gods in the universe to stop him. That fear alone tells you just how dangerous Gorr really was. When it comes to most other heroes, Carol Danvers is in a league of her own. With her recent upgrades, she's massively faster than light, she can reignite stars of her own power, and she can overpower Thanos. She's just raw cosmic power, one of the few who can stand toe-to-toe with the universe's biggest threats. It's about time we start putting some respect on her name. Shalla-Bal is the Silver Surfer, herald of Galactus, wielding the power cosmic. She can tank black holes, fly faster than light, and take hits from literal gods. And she's got basically every single power you can imagine. Intangibility, telepathy, telekinesis, you name it, she's got it. We haven't seen her full power yet, but even what we have seen is next level. Wanda Maximoff has officially become the Scarlet Witch, and along with that, well, everything changed. She outclassed Strange, soloed the Illuminati, and threatened the multiverse itself. She is pure chaos magic, raw power, and grief personified. A multiversal threat, and a tragic one at that. Surtur was always destined to bring about Ragnarok, and he really delivered. He destroyed Asgard completely, fulfilling a prophecy even Odin couldn't stop. He's less of a villain, more an unstoppable force of destruction. The All-Father of Asgard, Odin ruled the 9 realms, imprisoned Hela and Surtur, and he's able to create stars with a thought. He's old school MCU power, raw magical and cosmic might all bundled up into one guy. He was probably one of the strongest beings in the MCU, until time eventually caught up with him. Ego is a celestial, a literal living planet. He planned to spread across the galaxy and consume it all, and had the power to actually do it. Even without help from Star-Lord, he could have become one with half of the galaxy on his own. Massive scale, massive power. Ego says it best, he's a god, just a lowercase g. Alioth is a temporal monster that devours time, space, and reality itself. He ended the first multiversal war by literally eating alternate timelines. He doesn't just destroy, he erases. There's no fighting Alioth. You just run away and you hope to survive. A powerful demon with mastery over dark magic, Mephisto warps minds, manipulates time, and shapeshifts at will. He claims to be more powerful than Dormammu, which, whether it's true or not, it does put him in rare territory. He's not necessarily a brute force guy. Instead, Mephisto is corruption incarnate. Galactus predates the universe itself, a cosmic constant, like gravity or time or the stars. He devours planets to survive and cannot be stopped by mortal means. The MCU version is just getting started here, but he's already operating on a cosmic scale. He's hunger personified. Dormammu rules the dark dimension and is able to consume entire universes. He's not just a being, he is a pure cosmic force. Doctor Strange, he did technically beat him with a time loop, but that was just a cheat code. Without time on your side, you don't beat Dormammu. Thanos was the original final boss of the MCU. With the Infinity Gauntlet in hand, he didn't just fight the Avengers, he erased half of all life in the universe with a single snap. Others may have held the Infinity Stones, but Thanos wielded them. He mastered them. He wasn't just powerful, he was inevitable, a force of cosmic balance wrapped in a warlord's armor. And for a long time, no one could touch him. Lover or hater, this version of Captain Carter has it all. Ultron's armor and the Infinity Stones, Hela's helmet, and a Gamma sword. She went from just super soldier to a multiversal war machine. However, she didn't exactly use her powers very creatively, mostly just brute force. Still, an insane amount of force, though. This version of Doctor Strange consumed entire universes to gain more power, ended up destroying his own reality, all while trying to save the love of his life, Christine. And when it came time to fight Infinity Ultron, well, he was the main guy holding Infinity Ultron back. It was basically Strange Supreme versus Infinity Ultron. He is the best definition of pure magic without limits. The Phoenix Force is one of the most powerful cosmic entities in the entire multiverse. It can manipulate all matter and energy in existence. It can destroy entire worlds and rebuild them from nothing. It can tear apart reality, bend the laws of life and death, and reshape the cosmos with a thought. It doesn't just wield power, it is power. Creation, destruction, rebirth. That's what the Phoenix Force represents. Erishim is the prime celestial. He caused the Big Bang and created the universe. He can create or destroy entire realities. He's beyond comprehension. He's not just a god or celestial, but he's the king over all of them. The Watcher exists beyond time, absorbing the multiverse from the nexus of all realities. He vowed never to interfere, until he had to. When he does step in, well, he's a cosmic level powerhouse, a silent guardian holding the fabric of reality together. Nathaniel Richards ended the multiversal war using Alioth and created the TVA to protect the sacred timeline. He sits at the end of time, knowing everything, manipulating everyone. He's basically immortal, omniscient, and engineered the multiverse from the shadows. And if he dies, well, his variants return. In this universe, Ultron actually succeeded. He defeated the Avengers, and he didn't stop there. He killed Thanos in seconds, stole the Infinity Stones. With all that power, he wiped out the universe completely. And as he stood there, basking in the silence of nothingness, well, he became aware of something else, the multiverse. And just like that, Ultron set his sights on destroying every reality, every timeline, every dimension. He wasn't just going to conquer the multiverse, he was going to annihilate it. If it hadn't been for the Guardians of the Multiverse working together and barely managing to take him down, I don't think anyone could have stopped him. Infinity Ultron was pure, unstoppable domination. Death is straight up a cosmic entity, the embodiment of death and decay of all living things, as well as being the original Green Witch. As Death, she wields immense magical power, drawing from the mystical powers of the universe itself. And of course, as Death, well, she has unlimited power over death itself, and everything that goes along with that. Eternity is the living embodiment of all time and existence. Eternity came into being at the very start of the universe, and he doesn't just exist in the universe, he is the universe. Eternity represents the full scope of time, stretching across the past, present, and future all at once. Eternity doesn't intervene often, but if he did, well, nothing could stand against him. Loki, the god of stories. He went from a mischievous villain to the most powerful being in the MCU. He destroyed the temporal loom, forged a new multiverse, and now sits atop Yggdrasil, sustaining all of existence. His power is infinite. He is time. He is the story. Loki is the most powerful character in the MCU, and he earned every bit of it.